Welcome to the boating adventure. Very good day to you. It is Thursday the 27th of June 2024, and today we've come over to the boat because what we want to do is we want to take the canopy off, and that'll be the first time the canopy has been taken off the boat since it was put on.
Renewed.
Yeah, renewed. Yeah, this is a
yeah.
renewal. It's not the original canopy, but it's not been off since I fitted it. So we're going to take it off and take it onto a nice piece of grass at the side of the pontoons and give it a really good clean. And I've got my jet wash, so we can use that.
You got your scrubber?
It is quite grubby. It gets, with all the condensation and the drying and all that sort of thing, it just gets a bit mouldy. So it's got a bit of black mould, a bit of white mould, a bit of mildew. That just needs a really good clean. So over to you. We were going to do this yesterday, but to be honest, for once the weather was so hot in the UK, it was sweltering, and we just thought it would be so uncomfortable trying to do this. Plus there's a little bit of a breeze today, so it will dry, I think, a bit quicker. So it is literally just velcroed on the top.
Strong as well.
Yeah. When I bought this canopy, what I did was I sent the old canopy to a company in Liskeard in Cornwall, and they used the old canopy as a template. And then when it came, I had to put all the eyelets in and fit it. And I think that's why I didn't pay so much money for it, because I did half the work. Yeah, that's the one thing, it gets covered in spiders inside. So there's quite a lot of spider poop on it. So that needs to go. So I'm just spraying the inside with this 303 vinyl protection. Well, a very good day to you. I've come over to the Swamp Duck today. It's Thursday the 4th of July 2024. So I've come over because I need to do some more fixings for that safety ladder that I put on the other day. I've been cleaning out the workshop at home and I've found some nice bolts, brand new, never been used. So I don't need to go and buy any more, but I need a couple more bolts on that ladder, and I just need to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I've also found some much better screws for attaching the duck to the front of the boat, so I'm going to put those on as well. And then I'm just going to give the boat a good clean on the inside. It's certainly looking a lot better here on the deck since we spent that time cleaning the canopy. So I'm just going to get it all ready because hopefully on the weekend Steve and I are going to take the boat out. So that's my little job for today. Okay, so that ladder is nice and secure now. Got proper bolts on it. I've given the Swamp Duck a little bit of a clean, washed it all down, hosed it down. I know that we only cleaned the canopy a few days ago, but it soon gets a bit dusty. And if you want to keep it clean, you do have to spend a lot of time on your boat. You can't just be left. And the duck is very secure. You'll notice it's not silver anymore. That's because it's a new duck. The other one, the plastic, after a while it becomes quite brittle and little bits of it were breaking off, so I had to invest in a new one. And I decided instead of painting it silver this time, I would just leave it as it was. So hopefully we'll be back on Saturday morning to take the Swamp Duck out for a little cruise over the weekend. Well, good afternoon to you. It is Saturday the 6th of July 2024 and we've been travelling along the Coventry Canal for quite a bit this morning, and we've just now turned onto the North Oxford Canal at Sutton Stocklock. It's been quite wet this morning, it's been raining quite hard, but we're in this very clean boat. Spent ages cleaning it and now it's absolutely throwing it down with rain, but there you go. So we're not going to go very far today. We do have to be back tomorrow afternoon for around about 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to go a little way down the North Oxford. There's a couple of places where we could moor up. We are currently moored up on the North Oxford Canal between bridges 11 and 13. There is no bridge 12, it's non-existent. So if it was here, we would be between 11 and 12, but there's no evidence of it. It's getting a little bit cloudy this afternoon, so I think it may rain in a bit. It's very, very quiet. One of the problems with the North Oxford Canal that we found is a lack of mooring. There's not a great deal in the way of arncoat. But we have spotted this little bit here. It's got room for a couple of boats, and we have moored up here once before, quite a few years ago. So we were fingers crossed that there was space for us today, and there is. So we're quite happy to spend the night here because it's very, very quiet. There's nothing around. And you can see by the state of this towpath and the way it's all overgrown that it doesn't get a great deal of use. So it's very, very quiet. There is a little bit of background noise that you can hear, and that's a motorway, but it's just I think the wind just sending the noise over this way. Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river, get down on your knees. Come to the mountain, we're taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. Oh, you're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh yeah, I will fight. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will There's just time to do a couple of jobs before we head off home. Now, the first one is to clear this vent which is on the deck. You just need to undo the screws and give it a good clear out. When I first bought the boat and I took this cover off, I discovered that at some point somebody had blocked off the air vent completely, so there was no flow of air going into the cuddy. And I think they'd done that because they wanted to prevent water getting into the boat. So I had to make this little contraption myself, which I made with some plastic, and it just raises the vent holes slightly so that fresh air can get in, but the water can't. Every now and again it just needs a bit of a clean out with a bradawl, just to make sure there's nothing preventing the airflow. This was one of the things that the inspector headed for when he went into the cuddy last time, and he detected sufficient airflow, so that was good. So I want to make sure that it will pass again. So once I've cleaned it all out, I need to put it back with some fresh screws. Okay, so that's the front vent all cleaned out. That hasn't been done for a while, since just before the last inspection. And something else I've noticed that needs doing, that's replacing the backing to these side lights. The wood is well and truly rotten. That wood was put on when we last took the boat out of the water, which is quite some time ago now, good 4 years or so. So I'm going to make some new plate for that, and I thought rather than replacing it with wood, I'd have a go at finding a little bit of metal, a bit of stainless steel, something that I could put behind that. So that's a little job to do for this next week to get that sorted. Okay, so this is the wooden backing, which I'm going to replicate with some metal and make the whole thing look a lot more secure. So I have purchased for the princely sum of £2 a couple of metal plates, so that I can cut them down, put the holes in the correct place and use them for the backing to those navigation lights at the side of the boat. So today I'm in the workshop and I'm going to be doing some metal work. So I think I can just use a pair of tin snips to get the excess off this plate. It's not particularly thick and it saves having to saw it. That's those two little plates cut to size and drilled in the correct places, so I can take them now to the swamp duck later on this week and get them fitted, and that's another little job done towards making sure everything is ship shape and Bristol fashion for the boat safety inspection, which happens next Wednesday. So fingers crossed everything will go according to plan. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It's had a bit of a variety to it, a bit of maintenance and mending, and also a trip out on the boat and some nice peace and calm on the Oxford Canal. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so, because it's a great encouragement to me and to Steve to make these videos. And if you'd like to hit the like button, which is the thumb, then please do so. That also helps to bring the channel up the YouTube algorithm. And please make any comments below on your mobile phone or tablet and we'll answer them ASAP. So thank you very much for all your support, and as always, do take care.